So you will find as you go through these videos that my writing is terrible, and my goal is really to communicate the information to you this way. With that said, there's a PDF available with clear typing for all of these videos. So if you need a certain module, just get in touch with me and I'll get you the appropriate PDF that you can look at. So what are the real ways you can build this business? Because a lot of people say, it sounds interesting, but how do I actually get the clients? How do I make it happen? So these are the main ways that I have built my business. I have a proven direct mail process that works. Most direct mail things end up doing like 1% of closing ratio. Over time with our localized mailing system, I end up closing about 10% of my direct mail. That's unheard of if you talk to people in the industry, and there's a very specific way we do that. That's gonna be behind the paywall on the MedicareGeek.com. Talks to groups. Many groups are anxious to have speakers. Rotary groups, Lions clubs, local community things, AARP events. There are talks on basic things, Medicare Made Easy, Medicare 101, how do Medicare and long-term care work together. You can have 2 to 3 talks per week, and generally people come up asking for my card after those things. You can get them valuable information without a sales pitch. They're gonna feel your expertise, and they're gonna want to get in touch with you to learn how to manage their Medicare or the Medicare of a loved one. Retail means having a place like Walmart or your local drugstore or Walgreens does it, Safeway does it, where you can actually have a booth that the store approves, and you may have specific carrier materials, but the 2 things you need are a little sign that says questions about Medicare with a picture of a Medicare card and free pens. And people are dying for a source to go to where they can get clear, concise information about Medicare for them. Referrals, really more than half of the business I have, less than a decade into this business, is referrals. I get 10 to 20 referrals a month. People who call me and say, hey, you help my friend, can you please help me? So if you start to work this business right, you start to get referrals within the first year. Seminars, you can do your own seminars, but then many carriers will do advertised seminars sometimes during the year for aging in, definitely during open enrollment because they want people to see their new plan or come listen to their plan benefits. Many times, if you're a good presenter, even a carrier that has employees will let you be the presenter for them. Carrier leads. So you might have 5 different companies in your market that do Medicare plans, and they might get tons of leads of their own. Some of them are gonna have employees or certain agencies that they funnel all those to. But once they know that you're a capable agent who won't give them compliance problems, who knows how to get new enrollments for them, you'll be surprised at the carrier leads that will come available to you. At least half of my business, my first 3 years, came to me through carrier leads because it was recognized that I was good at my job. Local advertising. I'm not a big fan of a lot of print advertising, but it is nice to do it in your local publications. If you have a local senior publication, we have a monthly kind of free newspaper on our island. It's good for name recognition. It's also good when people lose your card and they say, I need to get in touch with that guy again, that once a month they can pick up and say, oh, there he is. So limited local advertising. Being visible in your community is probably the best thing you can do. I volunteer. There's a fundraiser I do 2 to 3 times a year. I help at local community events. I go and pitch in at car washes for the private schools, little things. There's all kinds of things. If you're visible in your community, you will be on people's minds. And when Medicare, or they have a Medicare question, or a loved one does, or Medicare is coming up for them, they'll be like, hey, I need to come talk to you about Medicare. So this isn't a career that's great to sit on the couch and wait for the phone to ring. If you have extra time, go volunteer for something. And then this is my least favorite, but many people do work this business model, so I'm gonna put it out there. You can sign up for web leads through certain companies and carriers. I find that you're really fighting with a bunch of people who are calling from call center type places. You're not necessarily getting somebody local, but it is an option, and people have built their business off web leads, so that's one more option. There are others, but these are the main ways. When you look at the compensation video, what happens to your renewal income when you get to 500 members, these are the main ways that you can build to get there. I hope that helps.